Hi, my name is Chris Adams, and welcome to Perfect Fourths Guitar Tuning, Part 14, Major Triads across the fretboard in First-Inversion. So the goals of guitar in fourth gear are to use a perfect fourths tuning to simplify the patterns and help experienced guitarists move from caged thinking, box-based thinking to intervallic thinking, and to kind of relearn guitar from your first principles thinking, like starting with intervals, triads, stuff like that. And you want to replace the memorized patterns, maybe the box shapes that you may have known before, and you get a little bit more freedom by going and using intervallic approach, and also to just make learning music and studying music a nice, fun project for its own sake to keep your brain busy. And so, what is perfect fourths tuning? It's fourths straight across. So we're going to tune like your regular guitar. You tune at your 5th fret. And here we change. It's fifths all the way across, fourths all the way across. So this particular guitar is tuned up. So it's E, A, D, G, and then C and F. These two top strings are tuned up a half step. So if you want to play a chord, you have to take your shape and you have to move it up a little bit if you're going to use open strings. But anyway, I have other videos where I go into more about why the tuning is. But in this one, by the end of this one, we're going to learn to play major triads in the first inversion using 4 different fretboard patterns to open up the pathways across the neck. So in this portion, I'm going through all the chord types and all the inversions, and you'll see it's kind of a simple idea repeated, and that gives you multiple options, and it's a way to kind of unlock the fretboard. So there's going to be a link to a PDF about triads in the description. So we're going to go over 4 versions of the triad. One is going to be the third. So for this, we're going to stay in A. So we're going to do first the 3-5-1 on adjacent strings, which sounds like this. And then we're going to do 3-5-1 on a pair of strings, where the third is on one string, and the 5th and the root are on the next string. Then we're going to do the third variation, where it's the root, same notes, and the third, and then the 5th and the octave. The 3rd and the 5th are on the same string, and the octave's on the next string up. And then the final version is going to be all on the same string. So that's kind of a big jump. We have a minor third interval, so we start with our root note. And we minor third interval, so we go from the major third to the 5th, and then we go from the 5th to the octave. Is a perfect fourth interval to stretch. So you just use your fingers, use your slides, but we'll get into it. So here are the 4 shapes that we'll go into. So the first shape, this is showing now in the D note. So here's our root triad. So this is the 5th fret on the A string. But I'm going to play the first position, which is starting on the 3rd. So that's the first diagram there, over there. And then we're going to do on the 4th fret here, 2nd fret, 7th fret here, and then the same 4th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret, and then all on the same string, 4th fret, 7th fret, 12th fret. Okay, so we're in this series. I'm doing this on all 4 major types of triads. There's the major triad, minor triad, diminished triad, and augmented triad. So there's 4 different triad shapes that you can start to learn there. And so these are all the shapes that we've talked about, and we're going to, for the next few minutes here, I'm going to show you how to extend them across the neck by getting to your octaves. So the octaves are going to be, so if we start here on the A shape, the octave of an A, here's 1, so down 3 frets and over 3 strings. Whoops. And then the more familiar one maybe is up 2 frets and over 2 strings. So there's our 2 octaves, and we're going to use that to build the shapes across the neck. So this is kind of maybe overwhelming at the moment, so we'll get back to it, but this is the entire A triad mapped across the neck, across 24 strings. So we're going to be able to get to it one step at a time. So in the previous video, we went through this sequence starting on the root note. In this video, we're going to do it starting on the 3rd. So again, here is our chord shape. We think a caged E shape is what I just played there. But now we're going to start on the 3rd. So we're going to go root, 2nd, 3rd. So we're going to play the 3rd and the 5th and the root. So this will be familiar. This is kind of like part of the G shape if we're thinking of cowboy chords. Okay, so this is where we're going to start. So this is going up the neck. So we're going to start here on the 9th fret, 9, 7, 7, and then we're going to go up to 11, 11, 9, 9, and we'll finish it up with 13. And if we had another string, we'd use the same shape, or just to complete your ear, we're going to go up to the root note here. Okay, and then we're going to go down the neck this way. So we're going to start on the 9th fret, and we're going to go up an octave. So we're at the 6th, 4th, and 4th. So with these shapes, we're just learning the shapes and slowly applying them. So once you get that shape under your fingers, with a perfect 4th system, you use the same finger shape all over the neck. So here it is with roots, with the with the 3rds, the blue notes there on each available string. So we're going to start on the 9th fret, and we're going to play the same tones, same octave here on the 4th fret. Then we're going to go up to the 11th fret on the D string, and then we're going to go back to the 6th fret, where we already were before, and we're going to go up again one more time to the 13th. So that's something to take your time and practice this slowly to get that shape under and real and know. Learn the difference separated with an octave. The second variation, we're going to start with the 3rd, the 5th of the chord, and we're going to go up to the root. So this same notes, we're going to start. So you can maybe reach if you have a big reach, or slide, but it's going to be the 3rd on one string and the 5th and the root on the next set of strings. So here we are going up. So we're going to go 9, 7, 12, and we're going to go 11, 9, and then what are we up to? 14. And then we're going to go, now we can finish, we can go to 13, 11, and what's that, 16. I find it's more helpful maybe than the actual fret numbers, to just think about, I have a minor 3rd, and I have a perfect 4th. And if I want to feel whole, I can reach for my octave, my root note here as well. So that's from last time, the root position. Okay, and then this way we're going to go down the neck here. So we're going to go root, 3rd, 5th, octave, and then go up an octave, and then go. Okay, and then so here it is with the roots across, with the 3rds again across 5 strings. So 9, 7, 12, that's one chord, and we're going to play the same notes here on 4, 2, 7, and then we're going to go 11, 11, 9, and 14. And then 6, 4, and 6, 4, 9. Yeah, 6, 4, 9 to get the root, and we're going to go 13, 11, and 16. Okay, so there's the shapes there. Now we're going to do the third variation, which is going to be the root, the fifth on the same string, and then the octave. What did I say? Sorry. Strike that, reverse it. The third, the fifth, and the root. Okay? So then we're going to go up our octaves here. So we're going to go 9, 12, 12, 11, 14, 14, and then 13, 16, 16. That's a lot easier to play faster. Okay, so now we're going to go down this way. So 9, 12, 12, and we're going to go 6, 9, 9. Okay, and then with roots across with the thirds, I'm never going to get this right. With the thirds all the way across the neck, we're going to start here with on the E string. The 9th fret, same notes on the A string starting at the 4th fret, then on the 11th fret here, then on the 6th fret here, then on the you can do it here, whoops, you do it starting at the 1st fret or the 13th fret. Okay, and now finally the 4th shape is all on one string. So we're going to do the 9th fret, 12th fret, so it's our minor third interval, and then the 12th fret to the 17th fret. So 3rd, 5th, root, 5th, 3rd. Okay, now we're going to go across the strings going up an octave this way, so 9, 12, 17, 11, 14, 19, and we're going to go 13, 13, 16, and 21. Okay, and then we're going to go down. This is kind of like a cross and down because they're more or less in the same spot, but we'll do it. So 9, 12, 17, and then 11, what am I up to? 14, 19, the frets I'm talking about. Then starting on the 6th fret, and then finally on the, in this case it's the F string, the top string at the 8th fret. I gotta work on that. So 3rd, 5th, octave, 5th, 3rd. Okay, and then this is everywhere. So now that we can play the thirds on all 6 strings and keep this pattern. So here's the 9, starting on the 9th fret, and then going to the next string over, same notes, and then an octave up from where we started. Fret there, and then we go to the 6th fret on the G string, and then we're going to go up to the 13th fret here. We're going to play the 1st fret, and finally starting on the 6th fret of the F string. Whoops. What am I? I'm sorry, 8th fret of the F string. Okay, so that's it. So that's really 4 we worked on the middle row here. So 4 shapes, and once you learn those 4 shapes, you just repeat them in the octaves, and you can cover the whole neck with a triad. So anyway, that was our goal for today, just to learn that these things exist, and that the shapes, and you just work your fingers in the shapes, and get used to those different shapes. Thanks for watching. Take your time. If you spend a few weeks doing this, and then you turn on a jam track, you'll say, oh, I know where I am now, because I can hear that I'm on the 3rd, so I know that I can either go up or down to the different positions. So here's my books that I've written. So the first one, The Guitar in 4th Gear, is more about changing your mindset from a caged mindset to this perfect 4th tuning mindset. And the second book, which is where this triad information came from, is all about working on your triads using this tuning. So thanks a lot. And here's my website for more stuff about guitars, music, coding, using AI, all kinds of stuff that I do. Thanks for sticking around, and have a great day.